home. They got this on the phone. But Scotty, boy, we 200 bands off them $20 flips. I'm going by myself when it's time to up. That way police don't have a clue when turn up. And I'm out making different moves. Pull up to the shop just to pick and choose. I'm the prayed I didn't lose. Machine.
I done seen the best of them jammed up. 25 to life in the gas tank. Never met a man that they can't talk. Talking on the phones, they can hear us. 7 in the morning and they in my home.
Marcus Joyner had 2 interceptions. Bryce Callahan had 4 interceptions this year with 50 tackles. Marcus Joyner only had 2 interceptions. And Ndamukong Suh has an interception under his belt. And I don't really know why that's notable, seeing as he is a D tackle.
Coach is insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hang on, we got you see it, you see it? Ran, touch. Behind, lock in. Ran, touch.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Trubisky. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. Fighting his way through contact. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 45 yards.
Lock in. Ran, touch.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right, and that's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. 2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either.
Oh my God, because you know, I really just probably look at the feeling. It's not I want to see or nothing like that.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up.
They better not call intentional grounding. How was that intentional grounding?
That big carry again, and instead, it
wow.
works opposite.
In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
I don't know how much you stay ignoring this. I was like, let me call her.
On 3rd down, it's Grant. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now?
Yep.
Of course they will. Defense helps the offense.
That's why I had to call you.
Turn to take it downfield.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards.
That'd be crazy,
and this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
That was like a couple days ago.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more
careful. I don't see it.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
That was different. My phone's on
play action. It's Trubisky. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Going to drop this on to McCoy. Complete. Wasn't a ton of space, but a great move. He's able to work it to the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. First carry now for Jordan Howard.
God bless America.
Going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They pitch out to Howard. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He couldn't get the edge there. Wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Trubisky keeps it himself, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, it's a situation like this where a head coach writes himself a note before the game. Remember, it's a long game. You don't have to chase points early, but on the other hand, It's a huge disappointment if you only come away with 3 after a big drive.
Or
let's see what he decides to do.
Like, comes out more
now
than
on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
My point exactly.
Okay, but I want to get told.
Okay, so work out.
Like, look at my legs.
Look fine.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They come out here in the I. They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. And it'll be intercepted.
Oh my God. I'm sorry.
And
Go
a
ahead.
big turnover there as his guys will give the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Tails are good for you. Oh, they said low play.
He's going to keep it, and he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
I haven't actually seen a full view, so I actually don't know.
2nd down, this is good.
No,
He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3.
I guess. Like that, you look
Former
fine.
Giant Prince Amukamara on the stop.
I can do that to my stomach.
Well, usually you don't think of the quarterback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
We can play in the game.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Oh,
and he'll be
like
taken down at the 18. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
There are people
Looks like
that
they're
can
establishing
barely
a
walk.
pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now Jones escaping the pressure right. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go!
Jones now on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. Flushed out right toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he is met in. Tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a handoff for Gurley. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now Trubisky. And bulldozing his way. Will Fuller. Nobody there to stop him. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Will Fuller. 78 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Jones, throwing again on 2nd and 10. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to sack him for a loss of 6. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. On the counter, Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. 20, 10, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Rams are in for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action. Trubisky, he's going to go for a big play downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He finds his target, Fuller. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Hits his target, it's Taylor Gabriel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll check this one down to McCoy. Touchdown, Chicago! LaShawn McCoy, 36 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
First down, Jones. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Jones throwing again. Got a man, and It's Brashad Perriman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
18. Behind. 18.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And this is going to be a safety as Trubisky gets swallowed up in the end zone. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors.
This is caught at the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Will Fuller, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are in for 6.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Operating from the gun, Jones, and the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, gotta go, gotta go. There you go, we go. You see it, you see it?
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st and goal, they'll try the out, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Trubisky with the give to Howard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll give it to him up the middle. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Earl Thomas in on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's McCoy. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Gurley again here on first down. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Jones now to throw on second down. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Hey, 18. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And his pass incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
Lock in.
They go play action with Trubisky. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs. Offense, 1st and 10.
Let's go! 1-9! Ohio!
They'll start by running the option to the right. There he goes inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now Gurley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Well, that wasn't just a loss. That was a loss of big yardage there. So the sense you're starting to get is that offensively things are starting to pile up against them, and they've got to find a way to stop that. Conversely, how about the great call by the defensive coordinator? He realized that he's got him on the run a little bit. That call was made to get upfield penetration by his defensive front to try and get into the gaps, get upfield into the backfield, and make a big play. I think that was actually called, not so much just to, to get it done that way, but to say, hey, guess what? We're going to be aggressive, and we had an opportunity and seized it.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation,
what the point?
And gain enough yards to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Trubisky to throw. Being chased out left. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there. And it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run the option right here on 1st down. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. On first down, they go option to the right. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That good for 22 and a first down. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that'll make it 3rd down. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams